Hey, let me share this. You guys should go after your boys here because they're like really embarrassing here. Some of them. Can you see that? Let's see. So this does not impress me at all. Now, my friends who are Orthodox are not this ridiculous. And I don't know, maybe some of them are Orthodox. Some of these comments I like. He says, here's one. I'm not sure if they might be Catholic here. So Catholics are the Antichrist because, oh wait, let me start though. This one, let's see. Yeah, this was a good comment. I'm okay with this. Let's see. Early Christians transitioned from observing the Sabbath Saturday to worshiping on Sunday for several reasons. Most significantly, Sunday marked the day of Christ's resurrection, which became the cornerstone of their faith and was celebrated as the Lord's Day. This is not accurate in my opinion. They saw Christ as fulfilling the Old Testament law. So do I. I don't know what you mean. Jesus didn't sin. So viewing it as an eternal Sabbath, rest found in him. That doesn't use the word Sabbath there. Colossians 2:16 through 17. I won't get into that, but he's talking about Jesus being the offering, which isn't one of the 10 commandments. It's talking about the offerings, which were fulfilled in Jesus offering himself on the cross. But I'm not going to get into that right now. I have other videos on that. Is Christianity spread among Gentiles? I would just say read your apostolic constitutions about this. It doesn't say the Sunday was transferred or Sabbath was transferred to Sunday. That's a modern misunderstanding. Sunday worship helped distinguish Christians from Judaism, especially after the destruction of the temple in 70 AD. That's true. Sunday also aligned with Roman cultural practices as the day of the sun, making it practical for worship gatherings. Yes, that's true. A lot of people don't admit that. Church fathers like Ignatius of Antioch and Justin Martyr affirmed Sunday worship, emphasizing its theological and symbolic importance. I think the quotes of Ignatius anathematizing Sabbath keeping is false writing, false interpolation, by the way. He was talking about not practicing it like the Jews who didn't believe in Jesus, being lazy and not serving. And so he was saying, he was talking about like the Sabbaths of, because you think about it, it doesn't make sense to call Sunday the Sabbath, and also to hate Sabbath keeping as a concept and then change it to Sunday. I think that's a mixing of ideas from bad interpolations of what is it? Ignatius to the Magnesians. That's a bad. Look into that translation. Just saying. He's saying don't be like them, and it doesn't say Lord's Day there. By the way, it says Lord. It's probably better to interpret it as Lord's life, but it's a really complicated issue. Well, some Jewish Christians initially observed both days. Sunday quickly became the norm as Christianity developed its unique identity. Okay, so doesn't matter that Jesus said he was Lord of Sabbath and that he kept it and the disciples kept it even when they're dealing with his body. After I like this though. This person is not stupid. After the fall of the second temple, fulfilling yet another prophecy, the Hebrews sought to create a clear separation. Let's see. The Hebrews sought to create a clear separation from Christianity, even modifying their doctrine. This is one reason Catholic or Orthodox Christians have more books in the Old Testament. They retain the Septuagint, the Greek translation of Hebrew scriptures. While Martin Luther rejected the deuterocanonical books during the Reformation. I do too, for various reasons. Additionally, since Christianity was illegal in the Roman Empire, meeting on Sundays became a practical and symbolic way to worship. This practice dates back to early Christian writings like the Didache, written around 50 AD by Jewish converts to Christianity. Not trying to argue, just sharpening access to the history of it. I would need reference for that. Let's see. Catholics are the Antichrist because you say. I've heard Orthodox say that, by the way. The EO and the RC were the same church for the first 1,000 years. Kind of, yeah. The EO are not going to agree to your Antichrist witch, Ellen G. White. Oh, that sucks. Sunday was the new Sabbath since the time of the apostles. It's in the book of Acts. That's retarded. It's not true. I'm not sure. Antichrist. So just so you know, that's a really stupid comment. The Antichrist seeks to change God's times and laws. Newsflash. The Antichrist is a woman riding the Roman fourth beast from Revelation, from Daniel 7. So there's somebody who thinks he can forgive sins because he speaks blasphemies against the Most High, and that's what they accuse Jesus of blasphemy for. And this Antichrist figure thinks it speaks for Christ in his place. And it's a woman who's apostate riding the beast, who seeks to change God's times and laws. Can you think of a law in the commandments of God that has to do with time, that a leader of a woman that's riding the fourth kingdom in Daniel, which is Rome, and that woman is an Antichrist figure, and she rides the beast as a prostituted woman? I don't know. You can figure that out for yourself. I would, if you're Eastern Orthodox, I would go with, that makes a lot of sense to say it's the Pope. You betray your sinners by saying to. So this comment is why I made this the title what it is. I have Orthodox friends, and so I don't think they would go that direction. But this is the one that really kind of triggered me here. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ha. SDA cult can bite us. There's only one Christianity, one Orthodoxy. Okay. You're going to blame a woman that went back to say, let's keep all 10 commandments. Is she bad? She bad for that? You think? I think she's a saint. Let's see. Okay. I'd implore you to read St. Maximus the Confessor and his views on the theological eighth day. Yeah, I don't accept that. I think the typology, and although I have encountered that writer, quotes from that writer in papers I've read, that I liked a lot of what I remember reading, but I couldn't give you an example. Worship has always been on Sunday because, no, that's not true. Even this guy up here said so. Worship has always been on Sunday because it's the day Jesus rose from the dead. Well, that's what people say. When do you think they started doing that? Because it's not in the book of Acts. It's not in there. That's what I would say. So you'd have to make more of an argument for that. I think most scholars from all groups understand that it was a change that happened outside of the text. And I don't know why, and historically, at least Catholics would argue that they had the authority to change it. But I've seen Orthodox argue both ways. Like, if I should have pulled up the Apostolic Constitutions, because I said I was going to bring this up. Let me see if I can. No, I lost all my references because dang it. I hope somebody who's my friend out there who's Orthodox will look up in the Apostolic Constitutions and see what they say about Sabbath and Sunday. I'll just say it that way. Anyways, this person here, Cards, you're an embarrassment to your faith, just so you know. And Ellen White can't be the Antichrist because she's a woman, and she's not the head of a church, and she's not Roman. So, and she was pronomian, and the Antichrist is lawless. And the Antichrist seeks to change God's times and laws. Okay, you got to deal with that. The Antichrist is a system of a woman riding the fourth beast, which, if you believe Jesus is the Messiah, we know the fourth beast is Rome. So it's Roman. We know that. That's if you think Daniel predicted Jesus' first coming. And it seems like a woman is how God talks about believers. So it's like it's a system of body of believers that's riding the Roman beast, which is an empire in the context. So there's a harlot woman riding the Roman beast that seeks to change God's times and laws. In the New Testament, Jesus didn't do away with his law that has to do with time. And the Antichrist, when they worship the beast in the book of Revelation, it references the Sabbath by saying, don't worship the beast, worship the true creator God who made the heaven, the earth, the sea, and the fountains of water. It says the ones who worship the beast have no rest day or night. And the mark of the beast has to do with commerce. Just saying.